it's Sasha from sashahareng.com, and today I am doing the prosperity and abundance video number 8 on pleasure. And pleasure is something that a lot of people tend to deny themselves or don't fully expand upon it because we either think it's a bad thing or we get a guilty feeling if we have too much of it. I, for one, am a bit like that. I feel I don't have time for it. I need to work all the time. I really probably should not be spending any time on the pleasure side of my life because it is time wasting. And I don't know if I feel guilty about it. I think it's just more I don't have the time to do that. And honestly, it is just such a wrong thing to do because it is part of the whole prosperity and abundance thing. You have to have all 9 of these activators working in your life to fully experience prosperity and abundance in its full capacity. And so it's been a really interesting journey going through these videos with each individual thing for me because I have learned a lot about myself and the changes that I need to make in my life so that I can be happier and be more prosperous and abundant. Pleasure is about experiencing fulfillment. With everything that you are and everything that you wish to be, express itself without blockages. You experience pleasure. And pleasure is when we are completely in a state of flow. And I don't know, how often do we really feel like we're in a state of flow? I often feel like I'm just in a state of frustration most of the time, trying to fit everything in my day. I really do need a mindset change on so many things. So when you don't have to pick and choose and block and squeeze, but when you are actually able to let your being express itself fully, that is a state of pleasure. And it completely alleviates the many judgments and hesitations that come from religious beliefs and self-entitlement around pleasure. Pleasure is actually extremely important for physical and mental and emotional well-being, and you must have it in order to be prosperous and abundant. It is actually a state of complete bliss. So a lot of us, as I said, will enjoy pleasure, but when they have too much of it, then they feel the guilt sets in, and then they go back to that former level of acceptable pleasure for them. So they're never really fully experiencing that higher level of pleasure in their life. And that is something that we all need to work at. Pleasure is literally resting within our hearts and is often just being held back by some of our erroneous beliefs. And like I said, if we feel we don't deserve that higher level of pleasure and we keep kicking ourselves back to that other lower level of pleasure because we think we don't deserve it, you're never really going to be in that full state of flow and really truly experience full pleasure. What happens is that often we make pleasure a bad thing or we are ashamed of it, and we snap back to that lower level of acceptable pleasure for us because we feel it's not part of our spiritual journey, but it really is a big part of our spiritual journey. So we have to learn to increase the ability to experience pleasure and to welcome it into our lives so that we can be prosperous and abundant. So think about that. Don't forget to enjoy your life. It is so important. It's not all work all the time. And I will see you in the next video for number 9. That'll be our last video for the prosperity and abundance activators. Number 9 is generosity. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you'd like to leave a comment or a like, please do so. And if you'd like me to do any videos on subjects that you want to hear about, please put them in the comments box below. I'm happy to have a look at that and take all of this on board. I like learning new things, and I certainly am happy to do videos about things that interest you. So see you in the next video.